Yeah, well, it was great to see the techs that are actually using our products and get to talk to them because we don't really have a chance to get that feedback directly from techs.
Other than this.
What's up, mechanics? As you can see, this is not your conventional Tuesday. We are in Cleveland right now in a hotel room.
We're visiting some customers, and last week we were at an expo, so we have had no time to film this week's Tool Tuesday. So you know what? We said, screw it. Let's set it up in the hotel room, in our pajamas, and run it.
Yeah, so we've been traveling pretty much every week for the last month. So we haven't had much time to record or do anything. But we are here. We do not take days off. So we don't have products to show. So we figured we'd talk about the show that we were just at and kind of the things that we heard. And we were just at STX Worldpac, which is a training event that's done every 2 years. And I think there was like 2,500 techs and shop owners there.
Yeah, so essentially what it is like you said, in the morning or during the day, there's training sessions going on for shop owners and techs to learn how to use different equipment and things that are out in the market, especially new stuff. So people are trained all morning and all day, and then in the evening, they have like a mini expo. That's where we come in. They had an expo from around 6 p.m. at night until 10 p.m. at night for 2 nights, where those techs and shop owners who were training all day get to come in and see all of the products. And essentially, from my understanding of it, the event was catered towards Euro and Asian shop owner and techs for the most part. So that we really fit into that little group there. And of course, there was all performance parts, products, and tools. So it wasn't just tools. We were just a small part of that show. It was a pretty large show, actually.
Yeah,
a lot bigger than I
Brembo was
expected. Yeah, Brembo Brakes was there. Liquid Moly. It was a lot larger than I had expected. I did not know what to expect because we don't do any retail shows. Turn that off. We don't do any retail shows other than SEMA, and that's not even a retail show really. That's just an end user show. But we don't normally sell to retail, which we weren't. We're doing it through a distributor of ours. But again, we didn't know what to expect, but we showed up, we worked it, and I think it was a much better outcome than either of us expected. It was slammed. I mean, we were slammed.
Yeah, well, it was great to see the techs that are actually using our products and get to talk to them because we don't really have a chance to get that feedback directly from techs.
Other than this.
I mean, at SEMA, a lot of times you're not even talking to people that really work in the trade. It's just people that want to come and see cool cars and see the event, you know. But there, it was all techs and shop owners, and so it was great to talk to all of them and hear their feedback. We had a lot of people come up to us and say, like, man, I love your products. I use them a lot. And that's pretty cool because we've been growing a lot. And so we've seen that go from,
who are you?
To, oh, I love you guys, which is pretty cool. And we had a few people even say that they watched this channel. So if you're watching, thank you for stopping by.
It is always a little, I don't know how to say strange, awkward for us. Because we're just two kids who went to high school together who talk about tools on a YouTube podcast. It's nothing special. But when we were setting up, he's like, I wonder if anyone's gonna recognize us. I was like, I guess we'll figure it out. We'll find out. And literally walking back to our hotel room, a couple people did, and it was kind of like, oh, that's actually pretty cool. Granted, it was very skewed. We were at an expo in a hotel, which all of these shop owners and techs were staying at. So obviously our target audience was all over that place. So yeah, it's skewed, but it's still pretty cool to be recognized outside of this show.
Well, yeah, we have a sort of a small following here, but the tool industry is not a big industry online, like in terms of YouTube.
Socials wise.
Yeah, or at least brands. There's not a lot of brands that do this.
There's a lot
of techs and whatnot, people that have their own pages here that have a larger following. But in terms of our side of that whole industry, there's not really many people. So,
and on our side, there's a lot of people who have been doing it for a very long time. They're very known, and we're very familiar with that entire sector of the business. Like we know all the other people who rep the business or the other owners of the businesses who go to shows, but that normally stops at them, us, and the dealers who we're selling to.
Yeah.
So that's where that kind of recognition stops. Whereas we've been able to reach out a little bit more through this, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, and so while we were down there, that was in Nashville, and a lot of you guys who may know Tech's Choice, Matt Sledge, he lives in like an hour, 45 minutes away from where we were. And so because he was there, he hit us up, and he came and picked us up and brought us to his warehouse where we did a
small
podcast with him and Connor at his facility. So I think they're posting that on Thursday.
It kind of worked out because we didn't know. Like he had asked us, like, hey, totally cool. If not, is it cool if since your show is at night, is it cool if we pick you up during the day, bring you here, we do this, and then we bring you back? And it worked out that we had an extra tablecloth because we had one less table than we thought. We had a backdrop because the backdrop normally that what we hang it up to was not part of this expo. They didn't have a back part to hang it on. So we had an extra backdrop, an extra tablecloth, and all the samples. So it just happened to be a perfect mixture of coincidences to where he was like, can we pick you up? I was like, you know what? We have plenty to talk about, so why not? And
Yeah. So we brought samples and some things that are going to be out later this year, as well as like some other products that he had in his warehouse and we'd wanted to talk about. And it was like 40 minutes long. We didn't just talk about tools. We kind of just talked, about the business a little and what we do. So it was very interesting. We had a good time. So when they post that, make sure you go check that out. I don't know what he's going to title it or when.
Or
I think he said Thursday. So just if you don't follow Tech's Choice, give him a follow and watch out for that video. But even though we are not at the office, we figured, we could have just skipped Tool Tuesday today and just said, sorry, we don't have time. But this is part of what we do. And we've told you guys before, this whole YouTube, Instagram thing is not our job.
It is not even the main part of our job.
It's not.
It is a very side part of our job. We are here visiting private label customers to discuss products and how we can better serve them in the market and what we can do moving forward to grow the business with them. This is really the bread and the meat and potatoes of our job. Like we're here actually working, and we're just we decided instead of giving you nothing, we'll give you a semi-lame show this week.
Yeah, we don't even have microphones.
No, we are hanging on here barely.
We don't have microphones. My phone is wedged between two water bottles right now.
And behind me is the Browns Stadium. I thought it was a pretty cool view.
Yeah, I don't know if they can see it though.
Well, it's here.
But anyways, a lot of the feedback that you guys leave on the page, whether that be like feedback from what you heard from your dealer, or let's say your dealer from a certain flagship is telling you something, and then you come and ask us, hey, is this correct? That's the type of stuff that we're going to be talking about on these trips. When we go visit those flagships, we'll say, hey, we're hearing this. We need to get that fixed. So your feedback does help because we actually travel and go talk to these people and try to make sure everything's organized so that the flow of products is a lot smoother and the warranty process is a lot smoother.
Analytics and concerns that are essentially created by you all, even though it's unintentionally for the analytic part, they are used in these meetings to discuss how we can better our business with them and how we can better service the community of technicians out there that are requesting both their and our products. So it is a side part of our business, a very side part. That's not to say it's not very important, because this is a very important part of our business, which is why we committed to it so much. And I do appreciate everyone who tunes in every week and watches and comments and actively helps us better our business, because it is a big part of it. I can't get over how big that lake is. I believe we have Lake Superior here. Let me check.
Being from Florida, you're used to looking at the ocean, and when you look out of this window, you see what looks like the ocean, but it's a lake.
Erie. Yeah. So Lake Erie back over here, that's a whole ass ocean.
It looks like
huge.
There's no end in sight from there all the way back this way.
We are not Great Lake people. We are ocean people, Gulf of Mexico people.
But it would be a great spot to go like tubing or wakeboarding.
It gets rough out here. It gets really rough, which is I don't understand, but it gets rough.
Yeah.
Like in like Lake Michigan, there's tons of ship sinkages because of the tide changing and how aggressive it is.
You gonna?
From what I've been told.
Yeah.
Again, call me out if I'm wrong.
Does any of you live here in Ohio? Let us know.
Or along any of the Great Lakes. And what is your experience in those Great Lakes?
Yeah.
'Cause I have no idea. Like, I love the beach. I don't know if people here like the beach. I don't. Is it too cold all year round? I have no idea.
All right, guys. That's really all we have. We just wanted to do something so that we didn't skip a Tuesday.
100%.
You know, Tool Tuesday is every week.
So sorry for the lame episode, but it's what we got this week. Next week, it'll be a much more normal episode.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We will see you next week back at the office. Peace out.